I'm a baseball fan, specifically an A's fan, but at large, a baseball fan, especially going to the game. I've been blessed to go on the ultimate baseball trip, all 30 parks in one summer, with my dad. I made the award-winning documentary Boys of Summer from that experience, which is now a documentary series, and I hope you'll check them all out via the website. But not right now, because right now, I want to tell you a different baseball story. By going to all the ballparks, Dad and I are in rare company, but we're not alone. One guy in our club is Oakland A's president Dave Kaval. He made the trip with his college friend Brad Knoll back in the late 90s, and they wrote an awesome book about it. That gave me the in to ask Dave if he'd help spread the word about Boys of Summer. Dave and his team did a lot more than that. They hosted a screening of Second Base, the sequel to Boys of Summer, at the new Parkway Theater in Oakland. They packed the house with season ticket holders, great food, and drinks. The next night, though, was a level beyond that. The A's asked me to throw out the first pitch. Now, as much as I love baseball, I haven't played in years. And even back in the day, I wasn't a pitcher. But no problem, because I'm that guy. Sure, I can do it. They actually gave me a whole month to prepare. And I took that time seriously, because I was not about to become a YouTube sensation for all the wrong reasons. On game night, my dad gave me a final pep talk.
The first pitch, final words of advice.
Keep in the air.
Good talk, Dad. He was right, though. There's really only one big rule with the first pitch. As Derek Jeter once told W,
"Don't bounce it, they'll boo you."
So, I was ready. Or I thought I was. For my introduction, they played the trailer to my film. It was completely overwhelming. Seeing our film on the 145-foot wide screens and hearing it echo throughout the stadium absolutely floored me. Then, in comes the booming voice of A's public address announcer, Dick Callahan.
Ladies and gentlemen, throwing out tonight's first ceremonial first pitch is documentary filmmaker Robert Cochrane. Robert is an award-winning filmmaker, produced and directed Boys of Summer and Boys of Summer, Second Base. He's also a lifelong Oakland A's fan, and he's out on the mound to toss it to Chip Hale. Okay, Robert, let's see what you got.
Don't bounce it. Do not bounce it. Whatever you do, don't bounce it. Mother!
All right, Robert, thank you very much.
No, Dick, thank you. I was humiliated. I felt like I completely blew it. As ridiculous as it sounds, I thought that if I threw the perfect strike, every fan in the Coliseum, and mind you, there were only a couple thousand, but still, every fan was going to say, "I like that guy." And later tonight, I'm going to go home and watch his movie. I did get a little redemption later that night in the speed cage. All my friends and family, God bless them, said the same thing. The important thing was that I was out there at all, and my head knew that they were right. On the other hand, my heart, my stupid, bleeding heart, was doing its own thing. About a month later, I got a comment from a fellow A's fan who goes by the handle Hope Chest on a blog I wrote at athleticsnation.com. Hope Chest wrote, "I was at that game. I had no idea about the documentary or the screening the previous night. I go to a lot of games and am really familiar with the pregame programming. So when the unfamiliar trailer for Boys of Summer started up, I was intrigued. Until about 45 seconds or 1 minute later when, sitting all alone up in section 213, I found myself desperately thinking, do not cry. Do not cry. Yeah, right. Full on tears. Sitting in 213, there was the usual pregame chatter all around. Immediately after the trailer started, there was nothing but total silence all around me. Everyone was completely riveted, and when it was over, the majority of the folks around me all stood and applauded. Sports stadiums tend to be fairly one-dimensional environments, but that trailer was keenly felt and truly affected everyone. Mate, you could have rolled the ball to Chip. We still would have cheered for you. All the best to you and your family. So there's the redemption I told you about. I'm lifted and on to the next, which, as it turns out, is the third documentary in the series, Shortstop. I hope you'll check out the original doc at our website for free at bosmovie.com. You can also get info on the sequel, Second Base, and how you can be part of the third film, Shortstop, which is in production right now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.